Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. For many people, even those who identify themselves as Christians, our gospel today is probably one of the most difficult passages because it seems to express an idealism that is totally unrealistic and unattainable. We live in a world of great violence, of terrorism, of increasing litigation, suing and countersuing, violence and murder, of vicious vendettas often stirred up in the tabloid press and other media, the horror of terrorist attacks on the innocent. We would remember, 9/11 event. Are these things not to be avenged? Where do the words of Jesus fit in here? Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who treat you badly. The first big hurdle is the word love. For us, it is a very emotional word implying both affection and intimacy. For us, to love is often to be in love with or to be attracted to. But Jesus is not telling us to be in love with our enemies. He's not even telling us to like them. The Greek verb which the gospel uses is agapao, from which the noun agape comes from. Agape is a special kind of love. It is not the physically expressed love of lovers, nor it is the love of close friends. Rather, it is an attitude of positive regard towards other people by which I wish for their well being. This, in fact, is the love that God has for us. God reaches out in infinite love to every single person without exception. God wishes every person to experience that love. God wishes the fullest well-being of every single person even if that love of His is not returned. And though it is often rejected or ignored, it continues unabated. Like the father in the story of the prodigal son, waiting for his son to come back. The father continues to love his son even in his lowest moments of sinfulness. The second big word is the word enemies. Who are our enemies? Our enemies are not those whom we hate or want to do harm to. Rather, they are people who are hostile to us, wanting to harm us, to take revenge, or even destroy us. There are two ways we can deal with such people. We can set out to take revenge or work on turning them as your friend. So when Jesus says, love your enemies, He invites us not to retaliate against those who are hostile to us. Because we know responding hostility to another hostility will end up nowhere. But the Lord invites us to desire the good of the other, including our enemies, even the good of those who may be hostile to us. This is not tolerance. This does not mean we tolerate them for their actions. No. But this is one that realizes that hate against hate is not a creative force. It is destructive. Love as a response, even to hate, is the only creative force because it saves the one receiving love. It can, in fact, change even the person who loves, even though it hurts. Perhaps the words of the late Mother Teresa are appropriate here. Love, to be true, has to hurt. I must be willing to give whatever it takes not to harm other people, and in fact, to do good to them. This requires that I be willing to give until it hurts. Otherwise, there is no love in me, and I bring injustice, not peace, to those around me. Amen.